Now, but we're going to get a little personal here for a second. How's life, my brother? I mean, Travis Kelce, off the football field, you living a little bit better than most. I mean, could you explain in general what it's
I'm
like?
enjoying all aspects of life. That's for damn sure, man. Me and
No,
Taylor are happy, and I couldn't be happier to have that, that confidence and that comfort off the field, and all the support I could ever ask for in the stadium, man.
yo, Travis, I got a confession to make, bro.
What's that?
Bro, I never really listened to her music before. I went to her concert. Yo, Travis, it's the greatest concert I've ever been to in my life.
It's off the chain,
I,
isn't it?
I couldn't believe it. It's the greatest concert I ever been to in my life. I mean, and my daughters hoodwinked me because they got me to take 10 of their friends. Now, that was $2,000 a pop. I spent $20,000 on that damn concert. $20,000. Travis,
It's resale, by the way. It's resale.
I ain't got your money. I ain't got your money, Travis. I damn sure don't have her money. I couldn't. I said, this better be worth it. And I got to confess, it was so damn good, I went back twice. Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, yeah. You went nice.
I went twice. I went to 2 Taylor Swift concerts, bro. 2 Taylor Swift concerts.
She had you singing along the second time? You started to pick up on something?
And dancing. And dancing. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? With that being said, when you look at your life right now, has that added to your football talents in your estimation? Or has it been, I'm going to compare it to a fighter, whereas you starving, you struggling, you going out there and you hardcore because you got to go and get it. And then all of a sudden, you hit the jackpot with everything that you're doing. Super Bowl championships, heart in your life and what have you. It's the equivalent of waking up in silk pajamas and trying to go in that boxing ring and get it done. Where would you describe your mentality to be at this particular moment in time, knowing how well everything is going for you, or both personally and professionally?
Well, I think personally, that's the beauty of being in a very strong relationship, is that you get that support to be able to come in and focus on your craft, focus on being the best version of you. That's why I wanted to be at the concert, supporting her and being there for her, making sure she feels comfortable and supported in everything she's doing in life. And, I think I'm as focused as I've ever been on my job and being the best player that I could possibly be week in, week out for this team. And, it's because I don't have to worry about things off the field.
There were people that looked at you at the beginning of the season and felt like you weren't in peak condition, and they didn't blame her, but they were saying you being so supportive of her and traveling so much, that took away from you. How did you feel when you were hearing that kind of noise about yourself at that time?
Well, the first thing is you have to be true to yourself. People are saying things. You got to be able to reflect and look at yourself and see, why are they saying these things? And I was still playing I was still playing at a high level, knowing all that has been said. We were winning football games, which is all I ever care about. And on top of that, this building knew how hard I worked and how much focus I have on football throughout the year. So it's just what's true, what's real, and how do we become better, knowing that what I'm putting out on the field may not have been at my best, or how do I keep getting better throughout, knowing that the roles have changed a little bit.
What kind of conversations did you have with your brother Jason about such subjects? This is a guy that's a champion, obviously playing in the NFL for as long as he did. Damn it, I don't even remember him missing a game in 13 years, for crying out loud. And by the way, I love your brother on ESPN. He's a welcome teammate. He's a really good guy. I love talking to him whenever I get the opportunity to do so. But what kind of conversations were you having with him about how you were looking or how you were feeling at that particular moment in time, and how you were feeling about ultimately continuing your playing career?
I've been so fortunate to have Jason always 2 steps ahead of me. He's 2 years older than me. We followed each other to Cincinnati, University of Cincinnati. We followed each other to be under a coach, Andy Reid, or get drafted by Coach Reid. And I've seen how it's done the right way, both from on the field and off the field. I think my brother is a great model of success, in the city of Philadelphia just as much as he is at the link. And I love him for it. And I don't necessarily even have to have a lot of questions for him, but just have a talk about life with him. And I can get a lot out of that. I think my brother's biggest thing is, when you come into the building, do you still feel, the energy? Do you still feel the excitement? And do you still feel like you can do it at a high level week in, week out, knowing the seasons are only getting longer with them adding the 17th game and another playoff seed or another playoff team into the playoffs. So it's just hearing him talk about how the end of his career came about, and how tough of a decision it was for him. I can get all the, I can get sent in the right direction by just being here.
But I'll tell you this much, man. I wish he hadn't retired, because I think the Philadelphia Eagles would even be better off if he was still there. And then we learned after he departed that was one of the reasons Jalen Hurts was struggling, because he was deferring to Jason. And so with a lot of stuff that was going on, I'm like, well, damn it, how come you didn't beg him to stay? You should have begged him to stay an additional year or two. That's where I'm going with that. But I'll tell you this too as well. When I think about your brother and your New Heights podcast, I want you to talk about how that came about, how that unfolded. You guys got, 2.5 million subscribers, for crying out loud, and deserve it, by the way. Congrats. It's more than I got.
Hey.
It's more than I got for the moment, damn it, all right? And you deserve it.
Just for the moment.
I'm coming. I'm always coming. But here's the
Always,
deal. But here's the deal. How did that come about, and how do you feel about you two doing that, and what kind of impact y'all are having, not just in football, but beyond?
Yeah, and I think that's been the goal for a lot of football players in this league, is to set yourself up, because we know this game, it isn't forever, and you got to be able to set yourself for what happens after football. And me and Jason, we to be honest, we just we missed each other. We hadn't had those conversations every single week. And now we have 2 hours set aside every single week to talk football, catch up on things, and just be brothers. And you got that aspect of wanting to set yourself up after football. And then everybody always said before New Heights, me and Jason were on two completely different sides of the spectrum. He still wears flip-flops in the snow, and I like to bundle up and look fresh and have fun with the things that I wear, where Jason is just about a Neanderthal in that world. And they just never saw the similarities until you get us into the same room and hear us talk at like a lunch table or a dinner table. You don't really realize how close we are as brothers, knowing that we're only 2 years apart. And I've been following him throughout my entire life, man. So I wanted to showcase that and let people know, how strong of a bond and how much we support each other and what a true brotherhood looks like.